Okay, so welcome to any new viewers, or welcome back to all my many new subscribers. Just remembering, this is not just about physics, this is also about a bit of chemistry, a bit of science, what you can do in the home. So what have I got here? Well, I'm going to make a Christmas pastrami. So I've got just a standard piece of beef from the supermarket. It's cost me, I think it's got £11.50, and I'm just going to cure it in a bag, simple as that. So what have I done? Well, I've already started with a bit of a mixture here. So this is black pepper and coriander, and I've already had a good grind with a pestle and mortar. So it was originally whole, lovely stuff. And there's my pepper, that's already gone in. And I've got some ginger. Okay, and what I'll do, I'll put the recipe underneath the video, it's a lot easier to talk about quantities. So there's my ginger. And I've got my sodium chloride, salt. This is fine salt this time, but I've also added in my nitrite, and in this case it was just 4.2 grams, so it's not a lot, so you've got to be really careful with that because you don't want to poison anyone. And some brown sugar, and that's it. So that's all the ingredients. I'm just going to give it a quick stir. Helps actually if the salt doesn't completely all get in contact with the meat at the same time. Okay, then what we're going to do is get it in the bag. So we want about half in the top, half in the bottom, and then we're going to fridge it. So there we go. Take about half the cure. Oh, I can smell that ginger now. That's incredible. So let's get it in. There we go. It's quite rough and ready. Give that a little shake off. And we've got a coating. Turn it over. Let's get the rest in. It's really very easy. You can't go wrong with this. You also don't have to worry if there are any cracks in the meat. It's not a problem because we're going to tie it later. We actually want the cure to get right inside. We want it to be evenly distributed, so that is not a problem. Just going to make sure I've got all that nitrite, because it's quite fine, so it can end up at the bottom of the pestle and mortar. So just want to make sure you've got it all. Okay, so I'll give it a little bit of a seal. So I think I showed you in my previous video, there's a bit of a technique with this. But first of all, let's just get it all thoroughly coated before we get rid of the air. So that's going to form like a liquid brine effectively. I dried the meat before I put it in actually, to make sure that we didn't get excess water. I'm just going to get rid of this air. It's a real simple technique. Now this is a bit of a skinny piece of meat, so we'll end up folding the bag over in any event. That actually helps getting the air out. So I just push most of it out. Let's seal it up. And that is it. I mean, there's a little bit of a vacuum on there, you can see. So we'll fold that over, and then that can be the bottom in the fridge, and that'll be the top. I'll put it at the side of the fridge, and then it will keep all the lovely brine on the meat. So it's dead simple. I'm going to give it 3 days in the fridge, turning it every 12 hours. 5 days hanging, or I might just leave it on a tray in the fridge, and then we're going to give it a smoke, and then we're going to cook it, simmer it down, and leave it to cool for pastrami. So there you go, that's your Christmas pastrami.